Have you seen a person falling off a moving aircraft before? If your answer is yes, then you have seen a stowaway. Stowaways are people who risk their lives to board planes illegally through the aircraft's landing gear. They often seek to leave their countries of origin in search of greener pastures in developed nations, and are always willing to risk their lives to achieve that dream. In some cases, they may make it to their destinations alive. However, most of the time they don't make it for reasons I will discuss later in the video. In 2019, plane spotters at Heathrow Airport saw a person fall off a Kenya Airways flight that was about to land. Earlier on, a similar case had been reported when a person was seen falling off the landing gear of a British Airways flight, which had left South Africa for London. He did not make it alive. However, on the same plane, there was another stowaway who miraculously survived the journey. How do these people access the plane? Well, they improvise. I was lucky to meet a person who had attempted to go to the UK in this manner, and he told me how he intended to board a British Airways plane. He actually got into the plane but was arrested before the plane took off. This is how the guy boarded the plane. Under the cover of darkness, the guy scaled the airport's fence and hid in the tall grass that around the taxiway. He had carried a large black polythene bag, which he planned to cover himself with while lying on the taxiway. His targeted plane was a British Airways aircraft which made daily trips to Kenya. He knew the time the plane usually touched down in Kenya. So, around that time, he left his hiding spot and lay on the taxiway. He then covered his entire body with the black polythene bag and waited for the plane to approach him. When the front nose gear had passed him, he threw away the polythene bag and chased the plane. Since the plane was moving slowly as it had just landed, the guy quickly caught up with it and climbed inside the nose gear compartment. However, it was not his lucky day, as the pilots had spotted him and reported the matter to the airport security. The guy was swiftly arrested. Commercial planes normally fly at very high altitudes. Those of you who studied geography are familiar with the phrase, "The higher you go, the cooler it becomes." Up there, the temperatures can sometimes drop to -50 degrees Celsius. Such extreme temperatures can result in freezing and hypothermia. That is not good for your health. Commercial aircraft spend a lot of their time in high altitudes, as I had told you before. Up there, the oxygen levels are relatively lower than at low altitudes. To ensure passengers have enough oxygen to breathe when the plane is in the sky, manufacturers pressurize the aircraft's cabin. This means the aircraft can pump air rich in oxygen inside the cabin. This air keeps the cabin environment conducive for its occupants. Now, while the cabin is pressurized, other parts of the aircraft, such as the landing gear bay, are not pressurized and could experience low oxygen levels when the plane is flying above 30,000 feet. As a result, a stowaway planning to travel long distances while hidden in the landing gear bay area may quickly run out of oxygen, resulting in hypoxia. Assuming a stowaway survives the cruising phase, by going into a semi-hibernation mode, where the heart slows down significantly to protect the body against the extreme temperatures and inadequate oxygen. At this point, they may not be fully conscious. In that unconscious state, guess what happens when the pilots lower the landing gear? The stowaway will simply fall from the opening doors to their death. If a stowaway is lucky enough to make it to the ground alive, there is still the risk of getting arrested and prosecuted for several offenses, such as stowaway offenses and illegal immigration, among others. Either way, being a stowaway comes with risks that you do not want to encounter. If you have made it this far in the video, it means you are enjoying this kind of content. Like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. See you in the next video.